it's not about the numbers. It's about eliminating evil.
That doesn't give you the right. That doesn't give you the right.
Israeli forces in a humanitarian corridor.
But that doesn't give you the right to target civilian buildings.
Well, I'll be heading into Gaza shortly. I can't say I'm not anxious, but it's more important than ever to see for ourselves what's happening inside. It is so important to be able to go in and to see what's going on with our own eyes. We are under Israeli military restrictions in terms of some of the things that we can film, but it's important to be in there. We've been on the ground for just under 2 hours, very, very controlled in terms of what the Israelis will allow us to see. That is, they say, for our own security. But certainly we've seen up that way is Gaza City. The Shifa Hospital is about 2 kilometers that way. And what we've been allowed to see over here is a humanitarian corridor, one of those corridors that the international community, Joe Biden, Rishi Sunak, others have been pushing Israel to put in place. This is evidence, they say, of that corridor in place. Yes, people are being allowed to move out of the war zone in the north, but in the south there are strikes too. And from their perspective, this is effectively a forced displacement that they will never be able to return home. And you can see there the destroyed homes of northern Gaza.
There could be fighters inside, they're booby-trapped, there are mines along the way. You could come in face-to-face contact with combatants.
Well, the Israeli military have brought us to an area just outside Gaza City where they say there is the entrance to one of the tunnel systems that lies beneath Gaza itself. What they've been doing is attaching some explosive to a rope, lowering that rope down this very narrow shaft, and then when the explosive is lowered down, they will detonate it to destroy this bit of the tunnel. 11,000 people dead, killed in 4 weeks.
Yeah, well, those are big numbers, but when we judge, then it's not about the numbers, it's about eliminating evil.
How long can that be an excuse for the death of so many civilians? That's the question.
I think that, again, that every one of these civilians that has unfortunately died, and I understand whether it's an Israeli or whether it's Palestinian, it's a horrific thing. It is because Hamas is using them to cover up their operations. Hamas is actively, to this day, while I'm speaking to you, shooting rockets, even in this humanitarian corridor.
But that doesn't give you the right.
Hamas
that doesn't give you the right. That doesn't give you the right.
Israeli forces in a humanitarian corridor.
But that doesn't give you the right to target civilian buildings.
We, as the IDF, have said from the very beginning, when Hamas launched this entire massacre and are breaking every international law by what they're doing, we are targeting Hamas terrorists. Those terrorists have surrounded themselves with civilians. We have done everything possible, more than I think that any army has ever done, in which we've waited 3.5 weeks, opening humanitarian corridors, begging the civilians to move out of the way, calling off missions. But at the end of the day, our war is with Hamas, not with the people of Gaza. And if we don't eliminate Hamas, the deaths on both the Gazan side and the Israeli side will be much more than they are right now.